Tonight we're talking about Rupert Croft-Cooke, 1903 to 1979. He wrote all kinds of things. Books, poems, plays, magazine stories, and under the name of Leo Bruce, he wrote murder mysteries. But we're going to talk today about one of his beach reads. It's entitled Sherry, and it's about the drink, the fortified wine known as sherry. It's very nice, very lovely, and no, I don't particularly like sherry. But apparently, Mr. Croft-Cooke did. He also wrote books about port, Madeira, sweet wines, more fortified wines. He even wrote about natural wines, the kind that most people know about, and like or not. Tells you how it's made. It seems like you're there. You get to go into the bodegas, into the bars, into testing this, that, knowing how it's made, seeing how it's made, seeing how it's sold and shipped, and a bit of history. Quite an interesting book. You learn stuff, but it's in a gentle fashion. There will not be a test at the end. And again, I like it. I do enjoy it. I mean, how else can you say somebody who mentioned that, if one could taste sunshine, this would be it. So yes. Talks about the love that the English have for sherry. Yeah, they bring it in by the ton. Talks about the cooperage, the land, actual land. The fact that it's in Andalucia, the sand is just any water and it turns to some clay mass. But if there's any water between May and September, the harvest is gone. It's absolutely amazing. Very nice read, and I guess if you're lounging on the beach, you can pretend that you're there at Sanlúcar, which is one of the more coastal areas where they grow the sherry grapes. Although what the vines manage to grow on beats the heck out of me. But it's a special certain kind of dirt. And it takes a while to get your brand going. How it's not like other wines. You don't have a vintage. It's all blended. And if you take the oldest wine they have, which could be almost 100 years old, because it sits in the cask, constantly gets a little refreshed every year. But it only deepens while it's in the cask. Once it's bottled, it doesn't grow anymore. It's just sitting there waiting for you to want it. It grows by oxygen, apparently. And what's strange is that you could have two bundles, two butts. Yes, that's where. 2 butts filled at the same time with the same vintage and the same everything. Just stick it in the butts. And one can turn one way and one can turn the other way. And it's got a mind of its own, and it's a wayward wine, is how he calls it. Well, that wouldn't bother Rupert at all. He seems to enjoy it. Whether it comes from Argentina or he's standing at the bar in someplace in South Africa, which he refuses to call sherry. I mean, if it doesn't come from Jerez, it's not sherry. But he'll drink it, and he'll probably enjoy it as well. And I think you'll like this book. And Port, his book on that, or his book on Madeira, and his book on exotic foods. He seems to have lived a very traveling sort of life. He travels around. He explains in the book how he was there to write a book. Because, I mean, it's cheap living there. 6 pence. And he talks about how he enjoys the people. He wrote a book, How to Get More Out of Life. How to enjoy travel abroad. And yes, he spent most of his time abroad. Because when he went home to England, they locked him up for 6 months. So, yeah. What you gonna do, you know? Any case. Rupert Croft-Cooke. With the E at the end. Yes. Look him up sometime. Nice man. So if you're looking for something a little bit before the golden age of murder mysteries, before Agatha Christie and all that, you can find him there. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps, and please do come again.